Hi, I'm Pete, and this is a demonstration solve of the MF8 Crazy Unicorn puzzle. It certainly has a similar setup to the regular unicorn puzzle, but it has this intriguing additional feature where you have these circle faces, which causes quite a bit of a difference in the solve, especially the early part of the solve. Now, my puzzle's set up with 6 zero faces. The zero is when the outer ring turns and the inner face remains fixed. That's the way, as I understand, most of them are being sold. There's been one report where one of the faces had the parts switched to make it a one face so that the ring would turn. This video can only really is only about the all zero faces. Everything else would be a totally different solve. So let's zoom in. We'll zoom in and on the MF8 Crazy Unicorn and get started. Okay, so this is the Crazy Unicorn up close. You can see that these inner pieces don't turn at all when you turn the outer ring, and when you turn the outer ring, these pieces of the circles do turn, but they can't actually move. They're actually kind of stuck in this orbit around the top of it. As a matter of fact, the only way these pieces can move out of their orbit is with the vertex turn. So this little red piece now can come down here, and then it can go elsewhere. But you'll notice that this piece, the piece that's not on a vertex, it can't move at all, and that piece is actually stuck circling around the top of this face of the puzzle. Likewise, this piece, which is not on a vertex, is stuck circling around here. So actually only half of the pieces on the MF8 Crazy Unicorn can actually be moved. So it's just something that'll help us a little bit with our solve. Alright, in order to scramble this, I'm going to use the same technique I used in the unicorn solve. Now, if you want a full tutorial on solving a unicorn, you can look at my video on that, and there's a link in the description. But basically, I did a few vertex turns, and now I'm doing 180 degree turn, try and get things to be as scrambled as possible. But you notice we're not really doing anything with the inner rings, only when we maybe when we do face turns like that, we're moving some things around. We have to do a few more vertex turns, and there we go, a few more 180 degree turns, and it's a more challenging to get it scrambled. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around the puzzle and just try to make sure I've split up all of these little circle pieces as much as possible. It looks like I've done that. So now I'll go ahead and do some 90 degree turns, and then a few 180 degree turns, just to really mix things up and give us a good solving experience here. So the solve is different enough that I really do recommend this, as even if you have the unicorn, if you like the unicorn, you may like this, even if you like circle puzzles. One nice thing about showing a demo solve like this is just that you can get an idea of whether this is the sort of thing that you would like just to solve or not. It gives you an idea of what it is, because the circle part of this is a little bit different than the unicorn solve. Okay, well, there we go. That's the MF8 Crazy Unicorn all scrambled, and now we'll proceed to solve it. Okay, we are ready to solve the MF8 Crazy Unicorn. So the first thing I want to do is turn the faces so that these are lined up, not with the edges, but with the little triangles. I'm going to show you that the little triangles on the face, they actually don't move at all. They only move when you turn a vertex turn. So that means that we have to use this turn to line things up. And see, that lines up. Okay, we'll line up this face here. I think that's probably good. Yeah, that one's lined up. Okay, so these ones aren't lined up, so you see that one's good. Okay, so, and then, now that, this piece is not lined up. The edge isn't either, but that's another step. Yeah, this whole thing isn't lined up. It's always going to be a quarter turn that you have to turn it if it's off. There you go. So now these are all lined up, and in fact this vertex is turnable now. So let's go around here. This vertex is not turnable because of that piece. So we just basically have to find a piece, basically flip this piece around without disturbing this. And I see this vertex is good too, so I'm just gonna 3 cycle this right here. Hopefully that'll be good. Okay, so let's bring this all the way back, and okay, now I probably lost my place here, but anyway, okay, so that vertex is good, that vertex is good, and this gets easier as you go on. That vertex, okay, so it worked out well. Yeah, if you have any problems at all, just 3 cycle the edges. Usually that gets them going. All right, so now that we have the vertex turnable, the next thing we can do is actually, if you look at this white goes here, the red goes here, and the blue goes here. These little triangles actually are stuck in an orbit around the vertex. Okay, so strictly speaking, this is not super, I mean, you could always fix it later, but it does kind of, to me anyway, help for me to sort of find my way around the puzzle, and it also helps with a few other things. Okay, so now I put all these little triangles in place. All right, now the next step then is, I showed you right at the beginning that the pieces that are not on a vertex of the circles around the edge of each face are stuck in an orbit, which means this orange, if we do a 180-degree turn, the orange will be on the orange face. We should have a red here, we should have a blue here, and that's because the vertex is over here. This is a blue, and then the green is in place. Okay, so we can go around the puzzle like that and set things up. So for example, this shouldn't be blue, it should be green, and once I fix that, we should also have the corresponding pieces, from each face. Let's see. Okay, that one looks good. I can see both of those are, so just flip that over. Now we got the blue. This one's already solved. That one's solved. So we've gone quite a long way here, just in this, fairly simple part of it. So now that we have that done, the next task is to start using 3 cycles to put the rest of the pieces in. Okay, and that's really the strategy. One thing I'll sort of want to point out, and I don't know if I can do it. So different pieces can actually go into different spots. So if you do get stuck, oh, I forgot one of these. If you do get stuck where you can't find a 3 cycle, swapping 2 of the same color piece might actually fix your problem. In fact, that's my go-to move if I get stuck. Okay, so this one looks like I've got this one flipped over too. Okay, all right, well, we got it now. So let's see. So I have this piece here, and it could go there, right? So it could go there. But in order to do that, I really need to 3 cycle something into place, right? I need to put another piece into place and then move it back. Ideally, it would be a red piece. I don't have a red piece, but there is an orange piece here. If we turn that 180 degrees, that would work. But there is a red piece here. So if I flip that there, move this up, okay, that's in place. I'll flip this around. That's good. Right. And here's the problem. The problem is now, in order to flip this back, I need a 3rd piece that I can sacrifice. And probably this is the best one. In fact, it's not even a sacrifice because it's going into a slot where it should belong, except that, yeah, I did a setup move. So, but it's okay, right? So it looks like we got a couple pieces in there. We got a white piece and we got a red piece. And that's really what you're going to be doing on this puzzle. Now, sometimes the setup moves can get very complex, where you have a piece down here and you've got to sort of move it around until you can put it on the front face. Most of the time it goes pretty quickly. Now, when you have this sort of unique situation where you've got the two pieces are opposite, two opposites, two opposite. Now, in this case, we don't. But when you have that unique case, there is a kind of a neat little trick I've found that will actually fix these. We'll actually fix 3 of them and then break one. And what it is whichever face is above, you turn a piece down from that face, and you turn a piece down. Now in this case, we're gonna turn that, but it won't affect us at all. You turn a piece down. All right, this is not cooperating with me. All right, so now the white, and that should have been a white, but anyway, it wasn't. And then you do 180-degree turn, turn it up, and then do another 180-degree turn. And what that does is it fixed that one, it fixed that one. That one didn't get munched at all. Now, if that had been a white, it would have not munched that. So it actually fixed a few pieces, and if they're all broken, it actually fixes all of them. So just a little trick that I use. Alright, so we're still looking around here. Now that white piece got munched. That's the only white piece. So I wonder how I can fix that. Okay, so that one could go there. That one's already there. But again, we need to identify a piece that we don't care about. That one looks pretty good, actually. Alright, so let's try it. I'm going to put the blue here. I'll put the blue here, so that's good. I'm going to bring this around. I'm going to substitute this green, which I don't really care about, which is actually okay, and then I'll put the white in, flip it back, so I got my white in that I wanted, the blue went in, and now I got okay, this was already out of place and I turned it back in, so not too bad. I got a few pieces that are, this piece is out of place, but that piece looks like it actually goes over here anyway. Let's see, so yeah, we're getting there. So when you have a situation like this, so this is red and orange, okay, that one's not too bad. Yes, so sometimes you can set up a nice 3-cycle to fix that. I'm just looking here. Okay, so this, yeah, so here's an example. So this is orange. This is green, but if I flip this up, there'll be a red there, which actually kind of works, right? Let me try this. I'm going to flip this around. Okay, that's the orange we want in there because it matches the corner. And we'll give it the red back. Okay, and seems like we might have gotten a new piece. Those two actually got fixed as part of that. Just that happens sometimes too. Okay, let's see now. So, yeah. Sort of looking for opportunities. This phase is all done, which actually seems pretty good, but it actually makes it tough. So, for example, I want to swap that one and that one. But I literally don't have anything to substitute in. So, in that case, what I might do, so that green, let's see, I don't really need a green though. Sometimes it's handy to substitute the same color. So for example, I have a red here, so let's see if I can put that red there. No, I actually can't get it there, but I can get the yellow. Okay, so there's the yellow. That'll go up. Okay, so now I'm going to put this red, I'm going to put the yellow in its place. I'm going to bring that orange in, and then we'll put the red back, which completes that piece, and then flip everything back. So even though we've solved one piece, we didn't solve this one, but the piece we want is right here. Like it's, you know, so it's going to be easier for us to fix it. That's basically what I'm saying here, right? Let's see. As a matter of fact, yeah. So yeah. So when I bring it back, oh, well, wait a second. Let's just get everything back. Okay, so it's not too bad. We can fix stuff like that. Okay, now this whole piece is flipped around, so that's something. All right. You know, there's a little technique that I use, and it actually, if you have pieces around a vertex that belong on these faces, so the orange belongs here, the white, well, the white doesn't really belong there, the yellow belongs there. I have a technique that I use that works pretty well. So I have this right here with the orange, so I'm going to flip this down to the bottom, and now the technique is that the one you have on a vertex, it's on the bottom, you turn the corresponding triangle up. Now this one already had one in, so it's probably not a good example, but you turn it up and then you flip the face, and it joins them. Then you look at the bottom and you look to see if there's anything new there, and unfortunately this one didn't work as well as I would have liked, but and then you basically put that one in as well. And you keep turning to the triangle that matches that color. We already have the yellow, so it's not going to get us anything. Okay. But if I flip this around, we have the green here, and the green, yeah, the green's on the vertex. So we just flipped it around. We can try that same technique again. Ah, we have the green there too. Oh well, not going to help us. But there is a white here that I can put in, so let me try that. Okay, so now I've turned the white in, and there's a white. Okay, so I'm going to flip that. Okay, that worked. Now there's an orange, so I'll turn the orange. Okay, flip that. Okay, and that became yellow, and so I actually fixed all of these around the edge. That's the way the technique works. Works pretty well. Okay, let's see now. We're getting there. So this piece and that piece, notice that I can move this piece to there. No, this one doesn't count, but this one actually can move to there. So I'm looking for a 3-cycle now that can move this piece, that piece, and then that would have to go to red. So where's the red face here? How would that work? Okay, because they can all go on the back. And there's actually blue there, which is kind of nice. So there is no corresponding red, but there is this one. How would I do that? I'd have to move, see, I have to move a lot of stuff here. But you know what? Sometimes you have to do these fairly complicated setup moves. So, let's see now. Yeah, so that is the piece I want. I want to put a red in there. So, let's see what I can do here. I moved it over to this side. And now I'm moving it down to the bottom right here. So that's the piece I want to sub in. Okay. So I flip it around. So that's the piece I want to sub in. I put my red in there. Pretty good. Bring it all the way back. Hey, that worked out perfectly. Okay. That worked out perfectly on that side. And now over here I got to undo all those setup moves. So the setup was that. Oh, there we go. That. And then that. That was a lot of setup. And that. Okay, so now when you do that, sometimes you do end up munching adjacent pieces. But it wasn't actually too bad. You just got that. So I've got that one, I got that one, and I got that one. That's all that's left. Oh boy. Okay, how can we... Well, this one, the yellow, this yellow, got to go there. That white has to go there. And somehow there's a green involved in all of this. Oh my, that's all. It's quite the mess. Okay, that white... No, that's not going to work. Okay, the blue there, so if we flip that around, that blue's not gonna... Ah, okay. So this blue could be moved over here. That's the slot. And then when I flip this up so I can actually do it, the problem is that then I need another piece that I can use in the 3-cycle. So I need another piece that I can put in there. It's not going to be affected. Now, what we sometimes do, okay, wait a second, did I actually get that? Yeah, I got that. That was good. Well, what I could do is put a green in there. All right, well, let's have a look here. There's also a white there. Yeah, so that piece goes there. All right, so, well, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm just going to put it in there. We're gonna actually break a piece here, but it might be that when I break the piece, there you go. So that one got fixed. That they're easier to fix, all right? And that's something that sort of, you know, yeah. Okay, so I broke a couple pieces here by not getting stuff out of the way. But remember, we have a fairly easy way of moving stuff around the vertex, right? So let's just try that technique. So this blue, I'll put it down. So I have the blue on the bottom. So now I'm going to turn up the blue corner, or the blue triangle. Flip it up, so that's good. Now what do I got? I got white. I'm going to move the white up. Boom, there you go. And now it sort of breaks down, but we did get these things fixed, so that worked out well. I've got that piece, and that piece, and that piece. Oh, and that piece. That's a lot. Okay, I think we can do this. Got to move this one. It's going to go here. So we want to preserve that piece. Okay, so we can preserve that piece by putting in the white. We don't care about the white. Flip it in. There we go. Move that back. Okay, that. Oh, well, I had that face flipped anyway, so I just basically fixed it. And now I've got this. I gotta flip that one, or gotta exchange that one, which can go. I can go here, no problem. And that one. And, oh, that yellow. Okay, I think we can do this. So what I'm going to do here, yeah, so I'm going to put the blue here. I'm going to put the blue in place, and that'll be good. And then I'll just substitute this yellow, because actually yellow goes there. Perfect to recycle. Okay, so even though it seems like it's matched with the green, when we bring it back, it actually was filling a blue spot. So we got that fixed, and then we got that fixed. And this is the way that this puzzle goes. You can have 3 or 4 pieces, and then you do that last recycle, and because of some of the side effects, you end up with a solved puzzle. I hope that didn't scare you off. That was the hardest part of the Crazy Unicorn. And, you know, sometimes it takes 10 minutes to do it, sometimes it takes 20, but that's it. And you just keep playing. Keep moving stuff around, it's recycling, and eventually it's going to be solved. Okay, so that was the circles part of it, and now the next part is very similar to the unicorn. Okay, we're going to solve the edges. We're going to pair them up, and we're going to use the same flip-flop method on one of the corners. I'm going to use the white, red, blue corner here. And we'll just use the same flip-flop method we used. The good thing about this is that you cannot have Crazy Unicorn, or sorry, you can't have Unicorn parity with the twisted edge. There's no such thing on this. So you basically, once you get the edges paired up, then you just solve it, and you know it's going to solve. Okay, so let's just get going with that then. So we're going to turn this vertex here. So we need a green, orange, the small piece here. Now I will caution you that because of the circles, you really should do 3 cycles. You know, when you're turning things. I think I just goofed just now anyway, but anyway, yeah, you want to do 3 cycles just to preserve the orientation of the edges. I don't know what I just did there. I guess I don't know what I did. Anyway, so, okay, so this one goes here, so now we need a red, red, blue right down there, red, blue. Looking for the red, blue. There it is right there. Okay, and now we want the small end in, so we'll do that. Okay, so there's the red, blue, and then we're just gonna double check, make sure we're not doing a well. If we are at this page, it doesn't really matter. So I just turn this one turn. It fixed that one, and it fixed that one, and it knocked out these circle sectors, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that when we flop back. So with that in mind, when we flop back, we're going to be moving this one because these ones are complete. So we need a white green down here. Pretty sure I saw the white green. There it is right there, small end. Okay, so it's in, so that'll go. And then this one will come up, so we need a white orange in that spot. Okay, white orange. Oh, there's the white orange there, so that's not gonna help us. So what I'll do is I'll just put any old piece there. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I'll just put any old piece there. I'm still a little disturbed. Oh, I got these two pieces mixed up somehow. Alright, so hopefully that worked. No, it didn't work. Okay. There was supposed to be white orange going in there. Oh no, it was just supposed to be some random piece. That's right. Sorry about that. Okay, so all we're going to do is fix one piece right now because we can't do the white orange, but that's okay. It'll work out. So we did fix one piece. So now we're going to go forward again with the blue yellow. So I need a blue yellow in there. Blue yellow. 180 degrees. Yeah, we can do that. 180 degrees, 180 degrees, 180 degrees, 180 degrees. There you go. Blue yellow went in there, and we didn't affect anything. So we're going that way, and then we want a red white down here. Red white. There it is right there. Again, 180 degrees, and then we'll just recycle it in, and then we'll just fix that one. Okay, and then we're just going to take a look at what's happening here. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so we made two more pieces, and we're going to go back. So we want red yellow in here. Red yellow. Okay, there it is over there. Okay, it's there. Okay, and now we'll go. Okay, and there it is. Okay, so we're going back. And we, oops, what happened? Oh, okay. I put the red, yellow in, then I forgot to check this one. So what we want here is white, blue, right here. Okay, and that's, oh, this is fine, right? This is not, okay, so all I did was I did a bunch of 180 degree turns just to get that in there without having to do a 3 cycle. It's the same. And so we're going to go back, and we made two more pieces. Okay, so, and that's how we just keep flopping back and forth. But the thing is that we got to make sure that our last flop lands on the one that joins all the circles. If our last flop ends with it turned one step, then we're going to have a problem. Okay. So this is yellow green. It's right there. So I need that here with the small edge that way. So I think we go boom. Okay, so that's correct. And so we're going that way. So we need green, yellow right here, which is right there. So let's see. Green, yellow, and blue. Blue orange up here, that's fine. Okay, we made that, and now we're going back, so we need blue and green back here. There it is, blue and orange. Did I say blue and green? I've been doing that all my life. I for some reason, some sort of issue. Mixing up blue and green. I don't know. Always done that. Okay, so so we're going orange. Okay, so orange and blue. So we are going back, and then we have green and red up here. There's the green and red. Okay, and well. Alright, let's do it that way. And then I flip that. You can always tell when one's flipped around. So there's a green and red. And now this is a perfect recycle because when we come back, we're also going to complete this one. So that worked out well for us because we had the one that didn't work. Sometimes though, you'll end up where you're perfect three cycle and you still have pieces, a couple of pieces left to solve. So if you want to see how to deal with that case, you can look at my Unicorn, MF8 Unicorn tutorial, and it goes into that in great detail. Okay, so this was a lucky solve for us. So now we're actually at the point where this has been reduced to a 3x3 cube. Now you're going to maybe ask me what happens to these circles as we start solving the 3x3. So let me show you. Okay, so normally you make the white plus sign on the bottom. Some people call it a white cross, but I'm a math guy, so I call it a plus sign. So we're going to flip this to the top. Now notice when I flip this, this part didn't move, but this part did come with us. Okay? You may wonder about that, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to show you how all this works. Okay, so we need to find the red that goes in there. I'm being... oh, there it is. Okay, so the red. So well, let's turn it up. So now what we want is we want to take this red. We want to put it down here, but if we do that, it's going to bring the yellow with us. So let's put the red out of the way and bring this white part along with whatever it's attached to up, and then turn the red onto it. There you go. So we join those two pieces and then bring it down. Okay. In fact, this is really the only time you have to do this in the solve. Once you do that, you really don't have to fool with that at all. So we got to get it for all of the white pieces. So for example, here's the orange. We want to put it down here, but we got to hide it away, bring the white piece up, and bring it back. Now you may wonder why I don't just do a quarter turn. You can do a quarter turn, it doesn't matter. I just do a 180-degree turn. It just appeals to my sense of I don't know, elegance or something like that. So there's our blue, and we want to go on the blue face. So I'm hiding it. I don't have to line it up. There you go. And there's the blue, and we got one more, which is the orange. So let's just flip that. Oops, what I just... Okay, I just... Maybe... Did I have more than one? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so we've got the green there. That's fine. There's the orange, and then the green. We'll just bring that up. There you go. Okay, so now I have the plus sign. Okay. We haven't mangled anything here because these are all bound together. They're all in lockstep. They can't go anywhere. The only way they could go anywhere is if we were doing vertex turns. Okay, so that should hopefully make things a little easier. So the next step for the beginner solve is to put the corners in. This one's already in. We'll just turn it. And you may wonder what happened when I'm doing all this three cycling corners. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't hurt the circles in any way, because this is all zero face circles. So it's one of the easier crazy puzzles to solve. This is like solving a zero face puzzle. I don't think MF8 actually sold a zero face puzzle because it was kind of easy. You could always make one. You could make all of the planets. As a matter of fact, I don't even think zero face was a planet in their series. It was a good series, by the way. The Crazy Planets and Crazy Two-Face and Crazy Before. There's a lot of fun stuff. Alright, well, next thing then, so we have our corners in, we have our edges, we're going to put we have our bottom edge, put our side edges in, and this is just done the same way. So there's the green, the red, so it's going to go there, and just use the beginner method to put the corner in, the edge, corner. And now I got, so my problem is I think I don't, oh, okay, there's one. Okay, so this one goes in. Ooh, yeah, this puzzle always is turned very well. You know, just like your typical circle puzzles, they sometimes a little snaggy at times with all those little pieces. So this one goes here. Okay. All right, that one's in. So now all of the side edges. Okay, last one. Just gotta put that one in. Sometimes you have to flip one around, and you can do that as well. There we are. So all of these side edges are done now. Again, these ones are okay, but I am going to turn them so that they do match. And what I'm looking for now, well, I gotta flip the top. Just use the same algorithms. This is standard beginner method. So I'm looking around to see if there's one edge that matches its little circle sector here, and there isn't. So all I'm going to do is do a 3 cycle of edges until we find one, and I'm going to use SUNY. And again, it didn't hurt anything, and I'm going to look around to see if I found one. Indeed, one of them did match, and all other 3 don't, and that's what the situation you want. Just keep doing 3 cycles until that happens. And now I'm just going to 3 cycle these, and I only do one version of it. I don't know even which way it turns them. If I need to do it twice, I'll do it twice. And it actually worked. What you do there is you put the good one at the front, and then you do the 3 cycles. And at 3 cycles these. Okay, so now what's left are the corners. This is a good corner, so I'm going to 3 cycle these using the beginner's method. I only know 1 3 cycle on the corners, so if I need to, I'll do it twice, but I didn't need to. So remember from the from the unicorn solve, what I was advising you to do was end on a corner that was on a vertex to make solving a unicorn parity easier. This doesn't get unicorn parity, so it doesn't really matter. We just rotate the corners using a beginner method. And there you go. The crazy unicorn is solved. I hope that helped you. It was a demonstration solve, so there was a little bit of hand waving on the circles. The circles are a bit challenging, but you know, it's just a matter of doing the 3 cycles. The rest of the solve is similar to the unicorn cube. In any case, you know, these are really fun puzzles, and I hope I've shown you that it's worth getting the crazy unicorn even if you have the unicorn, as long as you like solving crazy puzzles. Alright, well that was it for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this demonstration solve, and any other demonstration solves you might like to see, or any other comments you have about my videos. Alright, well, until next time, thanks for watching.